dragons. Those things are mighty. They're tough, scaly, and scary. If I saw a dragon, I would think there is a high chance. I would sense there's a high chance that within the next 5 minutes, I would be eaten up. Burnt or just mauled. And then, slightly less probable, raped by the dragon. Dragons are often depicted as friendly, though. There's Dragon Tales. How to Train Your Dragon. Dragon Tales is a cartoon show about some kids that take acid and go into an interdimensional portal where dragons exist. And they blow bubbles. Dragons, man. If they were real one day, that would be so spectacular. Because you could ride them. You could train them. But likely they would just not want to hang out with you. Maybe they would. I mean, humans hang out with lions all the time. So, like, dragons, you know, I think with humans and lions, when they are, like, nestling up to a human, what's really going on there is that the lion is, like, in a good mood. And, man, there's been some people that die from lions. That just happens. And I feel like 90% of the time, it's the humans that be doing that freaky shit. Trying to physically bond with these ravenous creatures meant for eating nothing but meat. Bro, I'd be scared if I was a blade of grass and I was, like, able to walk around and, like, hang out with a giraffe. I would be terrified. That's literally what we're doing with these lions. But they just be in some good moods. Now, a dragon, though, I feel like if dragons existed, they would have no predators other than humans with spears and fire. That would be the only thing. And then maybe, like, viruses. Maybe that's what wiped dragons out, is just like a virus. How crazy that something so small, and by the scientific community, it's not even considered a living organism, what a virus is, because of a lack of proteins. But a virus, a code that attaches to you and tells the rest of what you're made up of to start malfunctioning. How fucking weird is that? Like, I touched this stick, right? And the stick's still, you know, unfazed. It's still the stick. I put it down, and the stick's chilling. But there's something microscopic that, when touched to certain things, will decimate those things. Freaky. Ah! Oh, oh, oh. Ah! Oh, oh, oh. Ah. Man, my fucking legs are so tight. So this one time I went to the zoo, and I was walking around the exhibits. I came across a gorilla exhibit. I was very excited to see it. I walked up to the smudgy glass window, and the gorilla broke through and stabbed me in the face with its teeth, and I died. The other day, I was so hungry. I grabbed a pineapple and I squirt the juice in my mouth, and it ran out of my mouth onto the floor. So I went to go clean it up. I grabbed the paper towels. Then after I did that, I walked over to the mess, but then I fell over and I fucking fell and tripped and I died. I've been trying to train for a marathon for the past month, and tomorrow's a big day. All right, it's that big day. I gotta run this marathon. All right. Oh no, I farted. Oh no, I'm dying. Today I broke my leg. I was walking down the woods and I fell into a creek and I broke my leg. Well, it's okay. I'm chilling. I never broke my leg before, and it feels good to know that I'm not perfect. So yesterday I was taking a test for becoming a stripper. The test was so hard though. After I took the test, I had a margarita to celebrate. I've been so hot lately that I just take off all my clothes. I get butt naked and I just walk around. Yeah, so here it is. It starts off right here, very contracted, but then it gets more expansive with this one and this one coming around this centerpiece. Very pretty frivels there, and then the major frivel right there. It's like an ancient magic staff. Hey, that was Productivity Podcast episode 10. The first segment was me talking about dragons. The second segment, I was doing some side leans. The third segment, I was being uncomfortable, or I was being happy, but then I was telling a story and I was seeing how I told that story, how I sounded. Then eventually I was saying a line of dialogue, but then what I was saying, each detail, I was wanting to convey with my head, my body, my face, just my body in general. That was super interesting. The fourth segment, I was making a sculpture that had a narrow, contracted starting point, and then it was more expansive, but then I also had it be a little bit pretty.